Now let us study about the building blocks of proteins. That is monomers of proteins, from which proteins are derived or synthesized. The main basic units of proteins. Proteins are the building blocks of our body tissue, body cells. But which are the building blocks of the proteins? That are very important. From which proteins are synthesized? Which are the monomers of proteins? Because we know that proteins are the biopolymers. Proteins have the large molecular mass, molecular weight. Proteins have very large molecular mass, molecular weight, because proteins are synthesized by numerous alpha amino acids. Why the alpha amino acids are called as the alpha or alpha amino acids? Because there are both group into the alpha amino acid. Both group means carboxylic group, COOH group, and the basic amino group, NH2 group. And the amino group is attached to that carbon of the COOH group, which is alpha. At alpha carbon of the CO group, the amino group is attached. So these, that is building blocks of proteins, are called as the alpha amino acids. These are very important. There are numerous alpha amino acids in our body and in plants. But some of the alpha amino acids cannot be synthesized in our body. That we obtain that alpha amino acids always through our diet. Diet means which food we have to eat, plants food or vegetable food. And that alpha amino acids which are not synthesized in our body are called as the essential alpha amino acids. Now there are totally 10 essential alpha amino acids. In the chart in textbook, they are given you so many alpha amino acids. In the book there are so many. Now out of that, if there is the asterisk on the carbon atom, then that asterisk having alpha amino acids are called as the essential alpha amino acids. So totally 20 alpha amino acids are there. And the characteristic alpha amino acids are identified by the side chain, that is the R group, which is directly attached to the alpha carbon. Now in the last lecture we already seen that there are the three main types of alpha amino acids: acidic, basic and neutral. Now that depends upon the R group which is present on the alpha carbon. That is if the R group is the acidic group, like the COOH group, carboxylic group, then that alpha amino acids are called as the acidic alpha amino acid. See there, one group is compulsory, COOH group is there on the alpha carbon. But if the R, that is the side chain, also have the COOH group, if the R is also the COOH group, then only that amino acids are called as the acidic alpha amino acid. If that R group is basic, such as NH2 group, then that alpha amino acids are called as the basic alpha amino acid. And if the R group is the alkyl group or any side chain containing carbon atom, alkene, alkane, alkynes, like, then that alpha amino acids are called as the neutral alpha amino acids. Now the peculiarity of this alpha amino acid is that it is always present in a dipolar ion structure. Dipolar ion structure means both positive and negative poles or positive and negative charges are present in a same molecule. Now such called as the Zwitter ion. The specific name for the that is the dipolar ion in which the alpha amino acids are always present into that. What happened during the formation of this Zwitter ion? Let us see. Now we know that on the nitrogen atom there is the lone pair of electron. On nitrogen atom there is the lone pair of electron. Now due to that, this hydrogen of the carboxylic group, which is the acidic hydrogen, this carboxylic group can donate this hydrogen to this basic group, because there is always reaction between the acid and base, and there is formation of the salt. We know that. So Zwitter ion is also the salt, though it is ion, because this hydrogen of the acidic group is given to this basic amino group due to the lone pair. This H plus attaches here, and there is formation of positive charge because the lone pair on the nitrogen is used up. Now what happened here? As proton is donated by this group, it acquires the negative charge. Both the charges, positive and negative charges, are present in the same ion. So it is the dipolar ion, but the name of that dipolar ion is the Zwitter ion. Very important. Now due to this Zwitter ion, these alpha amino acids are water soluble, they are crystalline, and they have the high melting point also. These are the characteristics of these alpha amino acids. Alpha amino acids have high melting point, they are water soluble, and they are the crystalline solids. Now these alpha amino acids are monomers of protein. We know that, and proteins are the biopolymers. Very large molecular weight, very complicated. Now if I tell you, I give you some analogy about that. Now see here, suppose this is our protein. Suppose, see here, this is very complicated, very complex proteins. Some of the proteins which are found naturally in the vegetables or some plants, almonds, proteins, etc., cannot be digestible by our that is the intestine or that is the digestible juices. That remains as it is. So complex. Proteins are so complex. And if I hydrolyze this or denature, what I got a very long chains of polypeptides. Now if I hydrolyze, that means the complicated proteins are hydrolyzed, then it forms that is the very long chains of polypeptide. Still these polypeptides are very complex, and if again I do, that is the denaturation or decomposition of these polypeptides, what I obtain are the alpha amino acids. Now see here, these are the alpha amino acids, from which alpha amino acids polypeptide chains are formed from the long chains of the alpha amino acid, and from these polypeptide chains very complicated proteins are formed. So proteins are the biopolymer. They call the biopolymer because they have large molecular weight. So many numerous alpha amino acids when lose the water molecule and form that is the peptide bond, amide bond, C double bond, ONH bond is there. Now we will see how the proteins get decomposed. That reaction also we have to see. Now we already seen that the carbohydrates are nothing but they are the polyhydroxyaldehydes and ketone. Chemically we are seeing to these biomolecules. Up to the knowledge of these carbohydrate protein, we do not that is the knowledge about what is actually chemically the carbohydrates, what is actually the chemically the proteins, what is actually the chemically the fats. You only heard about it in the biology, but what is chemically these proteins are nothing but they are the polymers of these alpha amino acids which builds our body, due to which we have different organs, and these are the main basic units of the that is the living organisms, their cells, their tissues. Now see here, these alpha amino acids are also they are present into the different pH, or the pH of the alpha amino acids may be different, which depends upon their structure. Now see the simplest alpha amino acid. We know that if the R group is the CH3 group here, suppose the R group is the CH3 group, that protein is called as the alanine. Now you must have to study the table which that is the protein have which name, and that depends upon this R group. Now see there, here I generally show the alpha amino acid, general formula of alpha amino acid or general structure. Here is only R group is shown. If this R group is CH3 group, then that protein is called as the alanine. Now this alanine is present into different pH forms. If the suppose here R group is the CH3 group of alanine, then if the alanine is present in the deuterion group, the pH of it is about 6. That is somewhat acidic pH. But if it present in such form in which only this amino group is proteinized and this COOH is remains as it is. Now this hydrogen comes from another, that is the amino acid. Then the pH of that amino acid is still very less than 1. That means they are very less than 2. So that is they are very acidic. And if this that is the this COOH group gives its protons to another amino acid, and suppose that form is there of the alanine, then the pH is greater than 10. That is the very basic pH. So the amino acids are exist in different forms depending upon the pH of their that is the solution or their pH. Now this is about the alpha amino acid. Now let us see how there is the formation of polypeptide chain or how the decomposition of polypeptide chain. There is still reaction. That reaction is very IMP. Now see how the proteins are synthesized, how actually the reaction is there between the alpha amino acid. Here in this reaction I show only 2 alpha amino acids, and there is only the formation of the peptide bond. But so many alpha amino acid in this way linked to each other. What happened? See here. This OH group of the COOH and the hydrogen atom of this NH2, OH plus H, what is there? H2O. H2O molecule is eliminated and this CO group is directly attached to this NH group. And here is the formation of this peptide bond. This is totally the peptide bond. So many peptide bonds are there. So that chain is called as the polypeptides. Poly means many peptides. And here I show these 2 amino acid, glycine and alanine. In glycine the R group is hydrogen and in alanine the R group is CH3. I show these 2 simplest amino acid and they give this peptide bond. You can take the general formula of 2 amino acids and you can form this peptide bond also. Now this dipeptide is called as the glycyl aniline because glycine and anilines come together each other and form this. Why it is called as dipeptide? Because it is there are only the 2 amino acids. So many amino acids, it is called as the polypeptide. In this way there is formation of the peptide bond, peptide linkage, and through the numerous peptide linkage their very complicated structure is formed, that is called as the protein.